I don't remember this part even, like, I always thought you just get a trident and then that was it. You give them a trident and then you get the gem, but I think they added this. They added this to this version, so...
King Neptune does not appear to be the sort who enjoys being prodded by relative strangers.
I hope we don't need anything else.
As you depart the underwater kingdom, you see two guards waiting to escort you to the Sharky's realm.
This is cool. I like the background.
The sentries swiftly guide you along the bottom of the seabed, descending into much darker, colder water. After keeping pace with them for what seems like an eternity, you notice a forebodingly dark area looming closer and closer. You have arrived at the border of the Sharky's kingdom. This is as far as the sentries will take you. One of the guards salutes you, then they both head back to the safety of their own waters. You're on your own from here, Graham.
Great.
Those guards were sure in a big hurry to get out of here.
Seems safe. So far. Guess we can't really get off this. The seahorse is just gonna go with us. What is this?
The speed and size of these tiny fish. There is no way you could catch a fish with your bait. The fish show you can't you can't use this kind of plant would.
Okay, so we can't get the plant.
Debris from a wrecked vessel lies strewn and half buried on the seabed. Seeing no remains of the crew, you wonder if they were eaten before or after they drowned. Debris from this kind you need.
Okay, so it said we need to get closer, so
You need.
how close do we have to be? Okay.
Examining the heavily waterlogged remnants of the vessel, you notice an old antique bottle, half buried in the sand. With great difficulty, you lean over in your saddle and manage to scoop it up. You remove the cloth from. It is a clear.
Okay.
This kind. You don't.
That should be all we need here. So let's save because we don't want to have to forget to do that. Whoa. Jeez.
You saw a sharky in the sea. He quickly made a meal of thee. If you want your life prolonged, next time don't delay so long.
Sharkies aren't very friendly. What could we do to them? We still
This item can. You can't use the fish show. The fish.
Maybe the small fish we can catch.
You can't. You can't. The fish.
It just eats you right away.
You saw a sharky in the sea. He.
Whoa, there's a shark there. So they're random. Okay, here we go.
You can't. You sluggishly attempt to grab some of the small fish in your palm. You can't. The cloth. You can't use that with the luminescent fish.
Okay, that was a hint.
You can't.
I don't think this will work.
You can't.
We have to somehow trap them in the bottle.
You place the empty bottle on the seabed close to the luminescent fish. The fish don't see...
Why wouldn't they be interested?
You can't...
So something has to work with this, obviously. Maybe this?
You can't...
What if we don't have the item?
You can't use this item.
What would they be attracted to?
You can't... There is... You can't... You take... You can't... You place the... The fish don't seem interested in an empty bottle.
Okay, well... Okay, so we know the bottle's got to go there. I don't think we have any other option here, so I think we have to go on and see what happens. Can we get
this kind of plant?
Really? That type of plant would not be useful to us. You would think that you could put the plant in the bottle.
There is nothing of interest lying on this. This kind of
Maybe there's a plant farther down that we can get. Unless
you need to get.
Okay, actually. They're all around there.
There is nothing of... You lean over and pick some of the grass, which grows in between the rocks.
There we go.
You stuff some of the sugary grass.
There we go. We used our head.
A few of the glowing fish. You take the... It is a clear bottle. Inside, you see some glowing fish.
All right, we definitely got that figured out.
This is the main entrance to the Sharky's fortress. Judging by the looks of things, simply entering and grabbing the trident will not be as easy as you'd hoped. You get the feeling you should not dally here for any...
We dallied.
Maybe a frontal approach wasn't such a good idea.
That's a pretty good hint.
You can't...
Saying that going in the front is not what you're supposed to do.
This is the main entrance to the Sharky's.
Okay. Shoot. Just kind of hoping that... I think we got everything. What is this little thing?
The fish is too fast and...
Leave it be.
You can't...
Okay. Can we go this way?
The western wall is but an illusion.
I knew
you
it.
Easily pass through it into a series of caves and tunnels on the other side.
Since we have the fish.
You can't...
Did I just go back out?
A large opaque shell seemingly blocks a tunnel to the north. Whatever lies in that direction must be very important.
Well, we're lost in the cave. Lost in cave underwater. Hopefully our air doesn't run out.
You feel jagged rock. You can't budge the shell. Either it open. You can't.
Do we have anything? Can we use this? Of course.
You slide your blade through a small gap in the door and pull with all your might. It is difficult handling your weapon underwater. As you open the door, ample light floods into the underwater cave, and you are now able to make your way around without the glowing fish.
Good deal.
You remount the seahorse.
Let's go ahead and save. Right here. We open the hole to light.
You think it wise to dismount.
Yikes.
You are safely concealed behind the remnants of a stone archway. This is fortunate, as the king of the Sharkies is also here. Aside from his menacing appearance, he also seems to be in a very bad mood.
He's in a very bad
I do not understand it. It should work for me. Is it not written that Trident's power can only be wielded by those of goodwill? Well, is it not?
The king's aides nod fervently.
And do I not possess the greatest will in this kingdom? No one can best me in battle. My resolve is unshakable. No amount of bleeding can dissuade me from slaughtering my enemies. Does this not signify that my will is the best there is?
The Sharky King's aides seem all too willing to agree.
Then why does it not work?
You watch carefully as the Sharky King taps 4 shells in order around the arch.
It matters not. Tomorrow we invade the Mer people's territory. For without the Trident's power, that old fool Neptune and his weakling followers will fall before our might. Goodwill. Ha! Mine is superior to all.
As he leaves, the Sharky King motions for his guards to remain.
Whoa, that was close. Let's do this. Sharky King leaves. Save it.
They would love to talk to you, or rather about you, while you are digesting in their bellies.
Let's go for it.
The guards have noticed you. Did you expect to just float by unnoticed? There are some intelligent guards out there.
Okay, we gotta click on our seahorse.
Having an idea, you Look at him go. The guards are...
That was my chance. Go over to the gate. I don't actually remember what it is, so luckily we can skip it. Let's go for some treasure. Gosh, look at all that good stuff. Uh-oh.
The sight of all that treasure was too much a temptation for your greedy eyes. At least you didn't have to look at it for long.
Okay, so we push the seahorse
Having an idea, you
into the fray.
Look at...
Since we have a distraction, we're gonna go... Whoa, we're gonna go for it. Skip. This is like King Quest V, you just gotta grab that item, otherwise you're dead, pretty much.
Without delay, you snatch up the trident.
Get out of there.
It appears as if the guards are losing interest in the... The guards have noticed.
The guards might have lost interest in chasing your seahorse, but they were quite interested in chasing you.
Cool how this is like a mouth. Okay, so seahorse, you go for
Having
it.
an idea. Look at him go.
And I'm guessing we got to get the heck out of here. Right away, just off the map. Get off the map. Let's grab the trident.
Without delay. It appears.
Good one.
Oh no, the seahorse has followed you all the way back to the secret entrance. The guards are sure to discover you now.
Let's quickly save. Seahorse. No. Sacrifice yourself.
Your getaway might be lacking something. Perhaps the getting
Getaway.
away part?
Yeah, that was
You,
going for
your
it.
seahorse glides onward, flicking its little tail faster than ever. You grip the reins tightly, glancing nervously over your shoulder every so often to check for pursuing sentries. As you make distance, your anxiety melts into relief. But it is to be short-lived.
A short arcade sequence? Alright, let's try it. Oh, okay, those are, we're supposed to be avoiding those. Oh. Oh, they get closer. I see, I get it, I get it. Jeez.
Finally, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You quickly make a dash for the exit.
A dash.
As you emerge, you realize you have only seconds before the guards come out after you. And even if you could outrun them, you're sure the commotion would attract the sentry's attention. Then you'd be in real trouble. Suddenly, you hear a strange voice in your head.
He of noble and goodwill, royal trident thou may wield.
Let's save here. I think I know what we have to do. That wasn't it.
You had the means to protect yourself. Perhaps you did not consider yourself worthy.
Gotta make a better move than that.
You had the means to protect yourself.
Boy, we saved ourselves in a
You had the
awkward
means
spot.
to protect yourself.
Alas, you cannot.
Saying something doesn't work too well.
You had the means to protect yourself.
Attempting to discover the meaning of you.
Can we use it?
You had the means to protect yourself.
You.
You had the means to protect yourself.
You don't have time to defend yourself against.
You don't have time to defend yourself against both guards.
Charging with trident blazing? That's all well and good, but when there's more than one target, a preventative strategy is called for.
Ah. I get it.
You can't. You don't have time to defend you.
We gotta use the
Charging with trident blazing?
the
That's
trident
all
to
well and
knock
good,
something
but when
down
there's
or
more than
something.
one target, a preventative... You had the means to protect yourself. Perhaps you did not consider...
Boy, I think we may have.
You had the means to protect yourself. Perhaps...
Perfect.
You wonder what that did.
Well, keep wondering.
Oh.
I think a tell.
You have already made.
crunch. Very good. That was ugly, but we did it. We locked the cave. Let's get out of here. Are we at max speed? Okay, we are. I feel like we are definitely missing points. I'm assuming that's it. We got the trident. I think we're out of here. Ooh, well, that last step was a doozy.
You had the means to protect yourself. Perhaps you did not consider yourself worthy.
Oh.
This under...
Well,
you can't... You can't...
You can definitely protect yourself now with that trident. Let's go ahead and save.
You can't...
Oh, it turns him into a little fish. It's kind of dramatic.
The shark is not paying you much notice.
What? I don't think we need to disturb the other one. Let's just get out of here. What? A dead end?
The trident guides you back.
I think we done it.
You approach the king. He smiles and graciously accepts his trident from you. Then he calls everyone to attention.
To commemorate the return of my trident, and to honor King Graham's success, I hereby call for a celebration.
The celebration lasts for some time. You eat, drink, and have a merry time with many of the mer people. After a few hours, the festivities wind down, and you finally have a chance to speak with Neptune alone.
The gems of nature represent the 3 stages of life. Water gives birth to life, and thus what I have given you is the first of 3. Second is the growth gem, or air gem, for air sustains life and permits it to grow.
How might I find the growth gem?
I know only that its location is as far above the surface of the land as we are below it. Beyond that, I cannot aid you.
A smirk crosses Neptune's face momentarily.
You might say that air is not exactly my element.
You decide that the beverages consumed were to blame for that one.
And the third gem, Your Majesty?
Third is the death gem.
The completion of life and the natural order of things. The door of destiny understands this now, as did the ancients who imprisoned the soul within. As for that gem's location, I had hoped you would have no business venturing to the castle. Colima was once ruled from that place, but sadly her people have not seen their lord for quite some time. But if you please, I would prefer not to dwell upon this subject. You have done me a great service this day, and I thank you. Good luck, King Graham, and good speed.
You depart the underwater kingdom. What an incredible experience. You are certain you will never forget the adventure you just had. Additionally, you have acquired one of the gems. As you resurface, you realize that the magic which allowed you to breathe underwater has now subsided.
Great. 1 out of 3 gems. Let's Perfect.